just wet. I'm basically in my pajamas. The reason why I filmed this video right now is because my boyfriend is getting his wisdom teeth out and I wanted to film a video before the end of the week since I will be taking care of him for the duration of the week. And so today I'm going to be filming two videos. The first one, which is this one, is going to be my April TBR. I did not do a March wrap-up because I posted no videos in March, so I figured let's forget about the March and let's move on to April. And the second video is going to be a review, so let's get started. Before I get into naming every single book, these are in no particular order. I just read what I feel like, and the books might change throughout the month. However, I have given myself a pretty extensive reading list because already I have read 2 books this month, and I felt like I could get ahead since these are not complicated nor hefty books. So don't hold me to it if I don't complete it. So I'm going to start off by naming books in series that are together, and then at the end I'll mention the 2 books I've already read. The 2 books I'm planning on reading from one series is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Now, I've already read these 2 books. Unfortunately, I have not read the entire Harry Potter series, and seeing these new covers and buying them has motivated me to start reading them again. I don't know if you can see how pretty they are. So yeah, I purchased these 2 and I'm really looking forward. They're not long books, they're middle grade. I should fly through them, and hopefully by May I have read the entire series. I forgot to mention this earlier, but this is actually not my first time filming this video, guys. I did think about you guys earlier, but I did my March wrap-up and April TBR in the same video. It ended up being too long, and for some reason I can't upload it. So anyways, let's just move on. The next book I want to read is The Raven Boys by Maggie Seawater. The reason I want to read this is because on Goodreads I have joined a book club and we were given 2 options this month. I forget the other one, but this has always been a book on the back of my mind that I've never bought, so this book club is giving me the chance to pick up a book. I know it is really hyped right now. Everyone says how good it is. I don't know if it's the kind of book for me, but I'm hoping to go into it blind and not having any expectations and hopefully really enjoying it. So yeah, this is another book I'm planning on reading this month. Next we have The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. In the month of March I read Crown of Midnight and I really enjoyed it, and so I decided to pick up The Assassin's Blade because I've heard really good things about it. Usually I don't like novellas, but I am wanting to read this one for sure. And again, these covers, guys, they're just so motivating, and if you have not picked up Throne of Glass, please do. You will really enjoy it. Hopefully you guys can catch up and we can discuss throughout the month about this book, but just do it, guys. Next, again, keeping within Throne of Glass, I am planning on reading Hair of Fire. This is actually one of the books I have already read this month. It was incredible, guys. It was so good. It starts off a bit slow, but I understand why it does. The world building, the character development, the plot, everything is fantastically woven together, and I'm so happy I decided to read this. I included it in my TBR since it was in the original video, and I have just become a reading maniac and have finished it earlier. But this was in my April TBR and I finished it, and it was one of the biggest books in it, so hopefully we get the rest read. Once again, keeping within Throne of Glass, I want to read Queen of Shadows. I don't know if I'm actually going to finish this book this month because it's huge, and I do have other books I want to read, and the next 2 books only come out throughout the span of 2 years. And so I don't want to rush into it. I'm probably going to start at the end of the month and link it into May. So I'm hoping just to start this book this month, and yeah, I'm really excited to read this one. After reading Hair of Fire and hearing so many fantastic things about it, I'm really excited. However, Assassin's Blade does have to come first since I've heard Queen of Shadows refers to it a lot. and I have to say this is probably my favorite cover. Like, she just with the red, and it's the only hardcover one I have as well. Next we have a bit more of a light read, which is 20s Girls by Sophie Kinsella. I have been wanting to find a contemporary writer to get into because I have just finished the Lunar Chronicles. I'm currently trying to finish Throne of Glass, and these two huge worlds that are amazing. I just kind of need a book, like, I call them TV books because it's kind of just like watching TV. You don't do much, there's not much plot twists, but they make you laugh, you're super happy, and I've heard really good things about Sophie Kinsella, so I'm hoping to read her book, 20s Girl, which leads me to the next book I planned on reading in April, but I finished, is Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella. I have adored this book. I'm so happy I read it. I started it yesterday and I finished it at school today. It was so good, guys. I'm super pumped to read 20s Girls this month as well. I'm just blown away just to read this book, and yeah, it was a great book to keep in my April TBR. The next 3 books that I've recently added, and is the reason why my TBR is so unrealistic in a way, is because after reading Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella, I realized I'm really in the mood for contemporary, so I picked up Rebel Belle, Miss Mayhem, and Lady Renegades. I know these aren't contemporary books exactly, but they're funny, they're light, and they have a bit of action in it. And so I said this will be a great book to read between Hairfire and the Assassin's Blade, simply because it's going to allow me to get into more action and enjoy contemporary at the same time. I'm probably going to add contemporary books throughout the month because, again, I'm just really into it. However, the books I've picked this month are books that I do want to read as well. And let's just keep going in this video. And finally, guys, the last book I am praying to read this month is The Secret of Chimneys by Agatha Christie. The reason why I'm reading this book is because a teacher at my school, who is sadly leaving us, has read this book recently and thought of me while reading it, and has been wanting me to film a review for her. And now that she is leaving, it has been urging me to read it, and I do want to read it before she goes so we can spend a lunch discussing it. And yeah, so this will be read sooner than later because she is leaving within the next 2 weeks. So guys, I kind of feel like I filmed a book haul. I will be trying to finish all these books. I have read 2 and we're only the 6th, so I am feeling very excited for this month. I feel like it will be a great reading month. I will be filming reviews as the month goes on. I will also try doing more book hauls. However, my bookshelf has tripled since I filmed videos in November, I want to say. So I won't be hauling the books I got throughout those months, but the books I get from now on, I will try to haul, and I will be uploading more often. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys believe in me and my big TBRs.